nothing to say. You already knew I would come searching anyway. So I sailed across the sea to see if you were there waiting for me, but you were not. So I sailed back with a broken heart. I waited till 3 to see if you would come looking for me, but you did not. So I fell asleep with a broken heart.
Anyway, definitely.
Hello, YouTube.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hello, YouTube. So, you guys, we had some technical difficulties that we were having previously. And so right now we are running on YouTube. If you like to switch over there, that's fine. If you like to stay here, that's fine.
YouTube,
But find a way. Find a way. Here's what I was thinking when I thought of it. When speaking of active addiction.
and well, I was just.
Oh, yes, right.
gonna
Yeah,
finish
go ahead and finish. Yeah.
And so it's between active addiction and then as you come off that. Can you repeat the question again? Exactly what you're asking.
Find a way. What does that
Find a
mean
way.
to you?
And in the clean way, it's the finding the way. What is it that works for you? I had to find that I can't set my standards too high because I will never meet them.
Hey, Jen.
I hope one day too. But finding that way is really just getting in tune and seeking, if you need help, to seek help, or if you need guidance, or, you know, we all can take help and guidance on different levels. Some of it needed intensive, you know, some can just listen and have some support, and hey, whatever works for you, take it. I digress.
No, that's a
Sorry.
good answer.
Right.
That's a good answer. I mean, because that's kind of what I was thinking. Because when I thought about it, what it meant for me is that I know that in my active addiction and certain other things in this life, it's like when I needed to get high, I found a way.
Oh yeah.
I always so many of us do that, right? And I need you guys to stop and think about the level of intensity that your thought patterns were, and the energy that you expended when you knew that you had to go and get whatever money it is to support that habit. You found a way, and it's and what I'm really saying here is that you have genius in you. You have entrepreneurial skills in you. You got a little hustler in you.
Yeah.
You got leadership. You got leadership skills, because oftentimes we got a couple of people getting together trying to figure out a way. Usually it's that way. Very few, a lot of us though, you know, are those individual loner people. But most of us get high in a social setting with at least one or two more people. And so here you are sitting at your conference table, trying to figure out how y'all gonna get the money, and you come up with a way. And so the same thing applies to not even afterwards, but you gotta find a way to stop getting high. That way exists. See, I can tell you my way, I can tell you what worked for me, but that don't necessarily mean that it's gonna work for you. Okay, so you've got to find a way. Take all that same energy, take all that same ingenuity, take all that same tactics, whatever you want to call it, and apply it to finding your way to finally set yourself free from the grips of addiction.
If I can speak on freedom,
You can speak on freedom.
can I speak on freedom?
Freedom!
I went to court on what day?
I don't know.
Thursday.
Thursday.
I'm putting it all out there. Yes, I went to court on Thursday feeling that I had done the work that I should have and needed to do. And I feel like I accomplished more in these 7 months of probation than I had in a year and a half. And last time she sent me to jail, I was not really wanting to go to jail right now.
Yeah, you were.
And so I worked really hard for that. And I came in there with my papers, and
That's free!
I'm free. My probation has been revoked. I am free. I am
no
no
longer
longer.
like Kente.
I am no longer Manatee County possession. I am no longer the Manatee County property.
No longer a runaway slave.
It's possible.
Hey Jen, how you doing? We love you.
My
Yes.
my one thing that should have been done in 10 months and took me to some years, I'm free. And so that just shows that anybody, because I'm the procrastinating type, I'm the one that figures, I don't want to say mom or dad, if somebody's going to bail me out, or, something's going to work out. But no, you put that work into it is possible. And then to turn around on the flip side, it's a whole new light, because now it's like, oh, I can do anything I want. And then the first thing I'm craving to do is, let's go start this business and get this work going. And I'm not even wanting to go back.
Yeah.
And it's a great feeling.
It is a great feeling. And guys, I know there's some people out there that have gone, that are going, oh God, I need you to grab a charger. Is that charger we gave you guys still up there?
I've got
Yeah. Quick!
Battery's running out.
Oh, I got 20%. Yeah, that's our dog. That's my dog. So the reality is that some people, that's what I was getting ready to say. There's some people who may want to call in that are going to the very, who is this reading my mind? Hi!
It's not.
Hello?
I know.
Hey, what's happening, man? Could you just bring it to me? Doing good, man. Doing good. I am here, and we were just talking about probation and. Hold on, I'm trying to plug my phone in here. Hold on. Give me a second. Bam. Hopefully that works. There you go. Don't lie. I got all kinds. I got videos going in the background. Hold on, Steve. Don't hang up. Okay. So, yeah. So you getting off work, and what happened?
Yeah, my truck, man. I had a little problem with my truck. Trying to get it all situated and everything. Not gonna work out.
All right, cool. Well. Yeah, so we this is guys. Do you want to? What do you want to do? You want to remain anonymous, or what do you want to do?
I don't care. We're friends. So.
Yeah, this is my good friend Steve, and Steve has decided that he wants to do the right thing with his life. I can't say what that is. You guys, everybody out there in the world knows what we're talking about. Whatever that means to you. Okay, and I gotta tell you that I'm thoroughly impressed and happy because Steve called and he said, you know what, man, I want to contribute to the show. I want to contribute to my sobriety. I want to contribute to other people's sobriety and cleanliness, whatever you want to call it. And that I'm going to call in, and if I got to call in every day just to stay connected, I'm going to do that. And I said, Steve, you know what, Steve, I'm not going to call you and remind you. And I didn't have to, and I appreciate that, man. It tells me that you are really serious.
Yeah, man, it's time, it's that time in life where, you gotta think about the priorities like we talked about that day with grandkids coming and all that stuff. You gotta things that only a grandfather could teach them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just where I'm at, my health and everything. It's just
Yeah, yeah.
Keep doing them things that I've been doing. It can't go the one way, and that's bad as far as I can see it.
Yeah, no, I hear you, and you know the interesting part about our whole conversation, our whole history, is that you've always been one of those people that I looked up to. Steve is somebody I've known for years and years and years, and you've always been one of those people that I looked up to. You know, you had a great job, you had a loving family, and you were like the epitome of that successful guy, and so this is, we always say that this thing has no respect for a person. It doesn't matter your economic status, it doesn't matter your race or any of that kind of stuff. You know, it will affect anybody, and so to see you go from that to where you are, which again, obviously you're not, you still got some time, you still got some desire, but to see you go from that to this, and then now to ready to get back on your feet, it's a wonderful thing, man, and I feel your commitment, and that's the first thing, because that's what. Right.
Back in the day when, I didn't even drink or any of that.
No, that's what I said. You were the guy. It's like, this guy is amazing.
I was a designated driver.
Yeah.
But not doing too much designated driving these days. But
yeah.
Anyway, it just goes to show you, man. There's no age limit. No, like you said, no.
Yeah.
You can hit anybody. Man.
Yeah, one decision, one night of hanging out or whatever with the wrong people, or one night to say, let me try it.
Yeah, one night, or in my case, man, right down the road with and a crooked doctor calls me. I told you that story.
Yeah.
That's really what started it all. It was just something that you do not expect.
Yeah.
I never, we dabbled a little here and there, but,
Yeah.
That day when that doctor called me about, blood stuff, and next thing I know, I'm in his office the next morning walking out with tons of scripts, that I don't know nothing about. It's not even hanging out with the bad people, You think a doctor, you put your hands in their, your life in their hands, man.
Right.
They're crooked too, they're doing what big farms want, and they're pushing that stuff,
Yeah. Hey, listen, money talk, bullshit walk, that's what they say.
That's it, man, that's it, because that's really what started the whole thing, the ball rolling.
Hey, George.
What's up, King
It
Chris?
wasn't really, excuse me?
No, if you were talking to somebody like that.
Oh, I thought
Yeah. No.
So, man, but anyway, that's, I look back on it now, Amazon only know what to answer that call.
Yeah, right, but you don't know.
Denver, it was business, and
Yeah.
I thought it was business. I thought it was a good business decision, and it ended up being probably one of the worst decisions I ever made in my life.
Yeah. Well, now you're making the best decision you can make in your life, because that's the reality of the situation.
Actually getting chills, man, just talking about it, dude, because, I'm ready, man. I've had enough of this stuff. As the old saying is, I'm getting tired.
Sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Sick and tired of being tired.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's that time. I've got my wife now, man, that I love very much, and I want to keep that relationship going with my kids and
Yeah.
For you.
everything, man. My kids. And,
Yeah, I know him very well.
I've been lucky with them guys.
Yeah. Your son Michael, who I always knew was going to be great, is doing some really great stuff, and I'm really proud of him.
Yeah, both of them, man. Steph's doing the college thing now.
Yeah, Stephanie's always been beautiful girl too.
That's another thing, man. I want to be there for her and help her get through this,
Yeah.
She's not, as we say, Michael smart,
Yeah.
It takes a little
Yeah, well, she's your baby girl. She's all our baby girls. You know, that's the thing about us as friends from that time. We all took care of all of each other's kids, man. And it's always been that's just been us, you know. And so, you know. So again, I'm happy you're making this decision. You know, one decision can change your whole life. Like that one that you made that day. This one can change your whole life too, and change it for the people around you. Because you know, as we always say, the storm is not your own. This thing affects everybody around us. And you know, I know all about that. We got all these conversations about how that works, and you know, but the fact
Your path was meant to be different. Find your own way.
The devil doing his work, you know.
Yeah, overtime. Yeah, while we're sleeping. Yeah, while we're sleeping. Well, you know, today's topic was find a way. Just like we find a way to get high, we got to find a way not to get high. And then when we do that, we got to find a way to stay that way. And then we got to find a way to improve our lives to what we're capable of doing.
Like I said, man, with me, it's idle time, you know. It's like today, you know, I worked, truck broke down, you know, so I was good, you know, good to go.
Thank you.
And my mind on other things, and just not slip the show here, but something told me to look at my phone, and I looked at my phone, and it was right there, man. I think, dang, well, almost missed it, but
I'm happy you did
you were saying you weren't going to call me.
I wasn't gonna call you. If you call in, it's good for you. It shows that you are committed. It shows that you're ready to do what's necessary, and you know, and what it also does is it encourages some other people out there, because I can talk all day, Chris can talk, Sean, but you know, when somebody who's out there and they made that decision and they get on here and people out there hear that, I'm tired, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, I'm ready to do the things I can do, I'm ready to go back and be my authentic self, or move forward and be my authentic self again. You know what that is, dude. I mean, you know what it's like to have that life, and so, you know, it's not going back, it's going forward to where it is you're going.
It's not so much the life, I mean, it's, you know, the life of being sober, it's not the life of money and all that crap.
Follow your soul, it knows the way.
It's just the sobriety part of it, you know, and that's really where I'm at. You know, sometimes I just want to jump in an RV and go, you know, and just not worry about money as far as that goes. I can care less, except for kind of help my baby get through college. But other than that, man, it's just about sobriety and like I said, just being tired. Just, you know, wake up the next morning going, dang, what happened, you know?
Yeah.
Can't be good.
Yeah. Reverend, you got any words of encouragement?
Just, you know, keep on fighting the struggle, and that little devil that's on your shoulder, just knock him off and just, you gotta power through it, you know.
Yeah. That's where I'm at right now. I keep knocking them off and keep trying to jump back on.
Yeah, you're gonna keep jumping back on.
Oh, I know that. He's going to keep coming, but
Christy?
knocking him off.
Any words of encouragement, Christy?
There's some other things that I need to do to, like I said, to get through the idle time, you know. So that's when it really hits me, is the idle time.
Yeah. Find something to do.
Idle time is what the devil's playground, is that what they say, something like that?
It is. Yeah, you find something to do. Go and help somebody else. That usually helps you when you go and help somebody else.
Actually, I hear you, man. I'm there, man. I'm ready to help other people, like you say, because I know the more, like you said, if I'm helping somebody, then it's helping me.
Absolutely. And that's the way of the world. All right, man. Well, stay strong, Christy. Any words? She had this quote she wanted to give you.
Follow your soul, it knows the way.
Follow your soul. It knows the way. Wow.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Write that one down. Write it and put it somewhere where you can see it.
Yeah, I'm writing it down right now.
All right, brother. We love you, man. We love you.
Who knows? Might make a good song one day.
Yeah. We'll write it.
All right, man.
All right, man. All right, peace.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, we'll be here. right.
Peace out.
Peace.
Thank you for calling.
Thanks for calling in.
Wow. Yeah. Isn't that what this is all about?
Yeah.
I mean, it is clearly what it's all about. It encourages me. It makes me like want to come back tomorrow. Like I need some help doing that. I just love what we do. I love that that we can touch one or two people. And here's what I know, and it's almost sad, but it's true. What I know for sure is that our goal is to save the world, and that's a worthwhile goal. But what we know for a fact is that you just can't really do that, you know. But if one person, every time we come on this air, and every time we post something on our pages and on the recovery room, if one person sees it and says, you know what, I'm ready, then that's worth the whole time that we spend and everything that we do. You know, it's interesting because, like I said, Steve called me, and I've got 2 or 3 other people that I'm talking to here on a regular basis. And you know, when you put yourself out there and you say that this is what you're gonna do, you're gonna have to do it. And I do it with open arms. I do it with like not wanting anything returned, but I'm finding that just stuff is just flowing. Life is getting more wonderful every day, and this is what we want for everybody who tunes in, everybody's in the sound of any of our voices. All we want for you guys is to experience what it's like to be free of that demon and to have your life back, to be yourself, to be able to walk out the house and not always looking to get high.
If you follow the light in your heart, you will always find your way home.
You heard that?
Life finds its way.
Yeah, the thing that overpowers darkness is light, right? The absence of light is darkness. You know? Find yourself some light. Yeah, man, you're welcome, Steve. You know, and Sean, Steve says thank you, Christy.
Yeah.
Steve says thank you. You're welcome, and we're rooting for you. We're praying for you. You know the phone number. That phone number that you called on is the phone. You know the landline is always available by somebody's bed, or we spend a lot of time early in the morning in the kitchen. There's one in the kitchen.
There's one in the laundry room.
There's one in the laundry room. We spend a lot of time doing laundry. Sometimes when you lose your way, you find yourself. That's a good one. Sometimes when you lose your way, you find yourself. Sometimes when you've been beat down and beat up and kicked and stomped and trampled, you know, that's when you mend. You know, that's your time to mend. That's your time to say, you know what, enough is enough, and I ain't taking no more. You know, and I'm gonna find my way.
And God's going to give it to you. When you can't find your way, take God's hand and God will show you the way.
Amen. You know?
Whatever version of God is your God,
Exactly.
or your higher power, just follow that. Give it a minute.
Yeah. And you know, and we talk about Christianity a lot, you know. It's like, try it. You tried everything else. Try it. It just might work for you. Don't get caught up in all this stuff, you know, about all the church stuff. Oh, I want to go to church and there's all these hypocrites in there. Don't get caught up in all that, because what it really is, it is just a way of living. It is all about love. And God knows it's just nothing. There's just nothing wrong with love.
But you got to find the way, not the excuse.
Yeah. Find the message. Do some studying. Do some digging. Do some stuff. I can't get on my phone to see what Sean is sending me, but you sent me some news, and what we got in your news, Sean?
Very, very depressing stuff. But one of the things out there was, at first everyone thought it was a joke, but a lot of the drugs they're finding on the streets now have the coronavirus. So even if you're just like a mild user, whatever else, that stuff's come from China and Mexico, whatever else, it's contaminated. So besides the fact that you could die from taking the drugs, now you can die from taking the drugs because there's disease in the drugs.
And clearly there probably always is. You know, one of the things that I think back in the days when you were doing lines, and one of the most horrible things you can do, but it was so cool back in the day, is you take a dollar bill and you roll it up to use as your straw. You know how many germs were on that thing that you ingested directly into that? This is where most of the germs and most of the sicknesses start, the mouth and the nose.
I guess I'm going to go there. Just think how many strippers.
Oh,
You know.
oh,
Sean.
it's true.
It's true.
It's true.
I mean,
It's
you can't give them all the quarters.
Oh, yes, you can.
you could
You
try.
can throw them at them.
That's the other show.
Yeah, no, it was some of the gross. And so, yes, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I will say once again, I'm just kind of, it started off right. It was just this thing that was coming out of China, right? And then we already talked about how much fentanyl, which is another poison, has come out of China, right? And then now you got this corona out of Wuhan, China. This corona thing, but they supposedly just found it over there, and then now all of a sudden they're finding it in places all over the country.
There's one case in Sarasota. The person's quarantined at Sarasota Memorial Hospital right now.
So we'll be wearing masks and stuff real soon.
There's 2 more in Hillsborough County.
And 1 and 2 in Miami.
Yeah.
And so it is being, somehow it's gotten here when it was supposed to just be over there, they quarantined it, but here it is here. Communicable
Virus, disease.
They're saying wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands, which
Yeah.
they've always said.
Yeah, always wash
Yeah.
your
I
hands.
said, wash
you
your
know.
hands like you gotta.
But at the end of the day, go ahead, Sean.
When I used to manage nursing homes, it sounds stupid. I had to teach grown-ups how to wash their hands.
Yeah.
And it's you put
Yeah.
the hot water, the
Yeah.
soap in there, and you sing the happy birthday song as you're. That's all it takes.
And do your wrist.
It's not 2 seconds. All right, I'm done.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
No.
Especially when you're handling somebody's food.
Yeah.
These
But-
3 ways is where the germs
But
come
the
in.
person's going to cough and then put their hand there. Then you touch it, not even realizing it, and then you might scratch your face or whatever else. And your face doesn't itch until you think about it. Then you're like, "Oh my God, I'm itching. What's going on?" And then you're getting that sickness. Then you're going to pass on to somebody else. Myself, that'll kill me.
Yeah.
It took me 6 months to get over a cold, because you guys are blessed to have that thing called the immune system.
Yeah, count your blessings.
I don't have one.
Count your blessings.
Absolutely.
You know?
Did you read this from Steve?
No. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Right. That's
Okay.
what I was just telling you guys.
Okay.
He said thank you. Just think about it. We've got the strongest army on the planet. Can't do nothing with Corona. It don't matter about how strong your army is. It's a little microscopic thing that can kill you. And so here we are. The powers that be are using fear tactics upon fear tactics to keep us enslaved in fear. Okay? I say, the hell with it. Live your life. Live your life.
Says
I don't mean be stupid. Yeah, do the precautions, but live your life, because you're gonna die anyway. It don't matter about Corona. It don't matter about car accidents. It don't matter about plane accidents. If that's the way you're going anyway. But I don't care how you're going. One of these days you're gonna go, and it could be, and it's really gonna be sooner than later. And so I suggest very strongly that you find yourself a little bit of slice of heaven right here on this planet. Okay.
Or at 421.
Or at 421 Sweet Treats. It is a little slice of. Hey, listen, don't give a shout out to those guys. We did a thing over there last night.
Thank
Man,
you
what a
for
great
sponsors.
time. Sponsors. Oh, well, that's on YouTube. We can't do it on here.
Okay.
But what a great time. We did a little music and a 4-course meal, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful experience. If you guys don't know about 421 Sweet Treats, if you ever find yourself out in Bradenton Beach area, Holmes Beach, Anna Marie Island, make sure that you stop in. And especially they do breakfast and lunch.
If I'm serving the food, he's singing the music with Don, who is miraculous, and you got Chef Brady in the kitchen. You absolutely cannot go wrong. It turned out to be an amazing, amazing full course dinner entertainment.
Yeah, hey, and if we lose you, it's because of technology. The phone is dying. It's plugged in, but it may still be dying. We, you know, if nobody's told you they love you, if something happens, we just want to say, guys, we love you, and that's
Prayers up.
and that's that real stuff too. We're talking about that agape kind of love. We're talking about the kind of love that, you know, where you'll go out of your way to help somebody else even before you help yourself, because in doing that you're helping yourself. I mean, it's like these
Doesn't
little
it feel
simple
better?
philosophies. Yeah, it feels great.
I mean,
you
I know I feel if I get up in the morning and I do something for one of the two of y'all before I do something for myself, I might not quite be awake on the best level, but hey, it felt good. That's my mission to get and feed our recovery room puppers.
Yeah, the
Miss
puppy's
Leia.
got to eat. She's first.
Yeah, if you
She
can't,
could- my dog
if you
could-
can't tell.
My dog can miss a meal or two. I found some pictures of my dog about a year ago, and she was probably about 50 pounds lighter.
Well,
Wow. She's happy.
I started walking her the morning before last. I'm working on it too, cause
Yeah, she's a happy puppy. That's the main thing. Guys, make sure that you do something kind for somebody.
Please.
Kindness is its own reward.
Please.
Do something kind for somebody. You know, there are people. There's grandmamas out there praying for their grandbabies. You know, and only answer to that prayer could conceivably be you. Don't miss that opportunity.
Speaking of grandbabies, a real good friend of mine, Nate, just had a little baby boy.
Nate,
He's
congratulations.
in San Diego now, so it's now
Yeah.
2 boys and 1 girl.
Woo!
But I'm super happy for him.
Amen. Yeah.
God bless them
Yeah.
babies.
God bless you.
Baby was born all healthy and all good, and
God, amen.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
We
we'll
just
right here. We'll shout out our sponsors. We got 421 Sweet Treats and Reed Island, baby. Just the life is full of treats.
5227 Golf Boulevard Drive.
Yeah. Protect Our Warriors. Protecting those warriors who protect us, man. Protect Our Warriors, one of those companies that is designed to connect businesses that are armed forces and first responder friendly with those entities. You know, those guys that leave their house every day, not quite sure whether they're coming home or not. And that's commitment, baby. That's commitment. Commitment is like there's no excuses, right? You either you're in or you're out. You know, so God bless those guys at P.O. Wars. And then we got Hammock Haven, which is now starting to set up all over town. These little hammock setups. It's almost like a little what was that a little Woodstock, not Woodstock. What was the Woodstock? It was all like a little Woodstock, little hippie commune of people laying around listening to music and carrying on and laying in the hammocks and eating good stuff and smelling. Oh, it's a feast of the senses. So shout out to Hammock Haven. And you know, and here soon we're going to be bringing on Bank OZK. It's picking up, baby. Picking up now.
Oh, the Ozark Bank?
Yeah. Yeah, so life is good, man. Hey, listen, you know, for a while, I ain't gonna lie, I rested on my laurels, but you know, when you got to spring into action, you spring into action. So we've been out there, we've been working our butts off, and now things are really starting to pick up. And so, hey, Steve, how you doing? And so this is again what I want. What we want for you. We want you to find a way. We want you to take that same energy, that same tenacity, that same ingenuity, that same stick to it, that same not taking no for an answer. And we want you to find a way to find your sobriety. We want you to find a way to find your cleanliness. We want you to find a way to find your authentic self. You see, because you know what the most expensive, valuable property on the planet is? It's the graveyard. And the reason is that the majority of us go to our grave with our treasures still buried deep inside of us. Okay? And so I suggest very strongly that you don't do that. I suggest very strongly that you find your passion. And see, when you find some passion, then you find yourself involved in something. It's like our friend Steve was saying on there, the idle time. See, when you find your passion, there's no idle time. It's like I just reestablished, ignited my flame and my passion for filmmaking. And I tell you, I don't have any idle time because there's always some time to capture some video. There's always some time to go and shoot some video. There's always some time to edit some. And then do some music for it. See, when you got a passion, you're involved with that thing that moves you, that thing that you do for free, and then you'll find that you can make money. I'll tell you what happened, right? I said, oh shoot, we hit a little financial crunch, and I said, well, oh man, what is my passion? What am I good at? What do I do? What would I do for free that I can make some money at? And I said, film. And I set out and I created a project, and guess what? People pay for it. It's amazing.
Not porn. Let me just get that out.
No, see, I know that's your first thought, right? The guy is a filmmaker. Yeah, sure. Bang, chicka, bow, bow.
It's bow, chicka, wow, wow.
Oh, bow, chicka, wow, wow.
No, it actually goes.
Oh, that's it.
Oh! And the Oscar goes to actress number.
Do that, say that one more time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, but no, guys, find your passion, man. Find your purpose. See, a purposeful life is a wonderful life, and we only have a short period. You know, I like to go to sleep tired because I've done the things that I'm supposed to do during the day, and I like to get a good night's sleep, wake up early in the morning, and get some other stuff done.
He does.
Move it. Keep it moving, guys. Keep it moving. This life is so wonderful. I was just talking about filming. I'm doing this little short documentary, and I filmed one of the participants today, and it ended up. And this is the other thing that happens to you, right? You find yourself in really beautiful places. So I ended up at the person's house, beautiful, sitting on the lake and all the amenities and all that, and we sat there. And I found out some things about the person I didn't know. And so sometimes you just got to leave the house, right? Sometimes you just got to leave the house and you'll find yourself in some really beautiful places. And especially if you got a passion, guys. If you got a passion, there's almost nothing you can't do. You see, this brain here, this 6 inches between our ears is the most miraculous thing ever invented on the planet. Okay, everything that you see around us was invented by this thing right here. Okay,
Scary.
and there's something inside of you. There's something that you're supposed to do that nobody else on the planet can do. You know how many of those things we've missed because somebody just thought, oh, I don't know, maybe I can't do it. Somebody told them they can't do it, and they accepted it. It's just not the way this world works, man. Whatever it is that you decide that you want to do, you can do it. You can do it, and that's what we're here to encourage you to do. See, in my heart, I'm talking to everybody, but in my mind and what I know for sure, there's one or two of you out there that understand. There are one or two of you out there that are sitting on that fence that have some greatness inside of them that they're ready to give to the world. And that's the beauty of it. The world benefits when you do you.
That's beautiful.
Speaking of the world, so Sarasota, the Siesta Beach got rated as the best beach in
Again?
Again.
We love it.
And it's in the top 5 in the world, number 1 in the country.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost money to go out there.
No, you go
and
out there and
catch a
just
sunset.
enjoy it.
You know, there's tons of stuff you could do out there for free and just be like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, I got a reason to wake up tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Go to the botanical gardens. You know what I mean? There's some plants and things there and some exhibits that you would just blow your mind that this is nature. This is all those things are living, breathing organisms. And the only thing that separates us from them is that we can think. And sometimes for us, that's a problem. You know?
We've got more space between our ears than they do.
Yeah. You know, the only thing difference between a pig and a donkey is our brain. They got hearts, they got livers, they got all that stuff. And so use it, man. Use that 6 inches between your thing. Use it. You know, they said that we use 10% of our potential. Kind of up the ante to 15% at least.
Whoa.
Don't ask for too much.
Sit down now.
Pump those brakes.
Oh yeah, don't get all amped up. No, but I believe that with practicing, because this thing is a muscle as well. Okay? And as such, it needs to be exercised. So do some mental calisthenics. Okay, go on YouTube, go on all of the social medias that we got, and they've got speakers on there that may speak to you. Okay, maybe some people are not particularly ready to go to a church and have a pastor speak to them yet. Find yourself a motivational speaker. Let me tell you something about motivational speaking. It's only quotes taken out of the Bible and taken and put in the lay terms, as far as I can tell. Whatever the mind of a man can think of, so is anyone. As a man thinketh, so is he. They just change the words around, and because that's where the motivation comes. It's an inside job. It's called internal engineering. You know, entertain yourself. Entertain yourself. Stop running from you. Stop running from you.
It makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're just really after some exercise.
Love yourself. Love yourself. And I'm not talking about me stuff. I'm talking about love yourself such that you can love other people. Okay? Because it's kind of tough.
My closing argument.
Statement.
Closing argument. Excuse me. Have no fear. You will find your way. It's in your bones. It's in your soul. Just take a minute and listen and feel.
Find your way.
Find your way.
Find your
It's
way.
in there. You
It's
just
there.
have to find and acknowledge it
It's
and
there.
give it the power to let it be the one that takes you to where you're trying to go. Because there's so many other poles of every other different direction. That, I mean, mind, body, and soul. Just roll with it.
Reverend Prindiville?
On the 23rd of this month is when I go to be the doctors for
Yes.
hopefully my liver transplant.
Right.
I get the pleasure, because I'm on a bunch of different liver foundations, and I got the pleasure of talking to somebody who just had his procedure done and had all the same issues that I do. And he went from just barely having enough energy to get out of bed to go check the mailbox and walk back and just be exhausted, to he had the surgery. Within 2 weeks, he's walking 2 miles every day. Everything else, the only thing he misses is shellfish. And I'm like, if that's the one thing I got to deal with in those shellfish,
All right,
hey,
Grabby.
That
Hey
may
guys,
help.
look at the Faith Recovery Room page. We'll be posting the GoFundMe thing for Sean's liver transplant. Donate $5, $2, $3, $4. Hey, these guys, it's been we love you.
Mwah. We love you.
Awesome to see you. Kiss your mom.
Have a blessed day. Tell
Love you
somebody
about
about
You
it.
said away
Don't put
and
your
left
finger
me
in the
with nothing to say.
mouth.
Sometimes
You already knew I would come searching anyway. So I sailed across the sea to see if you were there waiting for me, but you were not. So I sailed back with a broken heart. I waited till 3 to see if you would come looking for me, but you did not. So I fell asleep with a broken